Action.
Uncle Harold's Common Sense. Uncle Harold's Common Sense. Uncle Harold's Common Sense Show. Well, hello, friends, and welcome to the second episode of the Uncle Harold Common Sense Show.
Show them the sign. Show them the sign.
Oh, right. Today's topic is gender and equality. Well, it's pretty much all good all time here at the No Harm Farm, but there are some days when it feels like the whole world outside our front gate has lost its collective mind. For the last couple of months or so, all the freaks and weirdos here on the farm have been bugging me about doing a second episode of the show. But it wasn't until yesterday when I heard a political candidate call feminists she-devils with snake-filled heads. I said, all right, let's do this thing. What is a feminist? Feminism is the belief that neither sex nor gender should have any bearing upon a person's rights and opportunities. That's it. Who wouldn't agree with that? I'm a feminist, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know, one of the posters at the Women's March said, "Tweet others as you would like to be tweeted." That's pretty good. Sly Stone said, "We got to live together." Now, I know these are obviously not new problems that sent millions of people out on the street for the Women's March, but these protests will continue to grow until everyone sees everyone as equal to everyone. Oh, Utah Phillips said, "The long memory is the most radical idea in America." The Bible, and to be fair, most of your major religious texts, the Bible portrays women as second-class citizens, speaks of women as being the property of men, teaches us that women's bodies cause men to sin, and it was written by men. And less than 20% of our congressional representatives are women. It seemed like from the very beginning this government was dead set on keeping women down.
How?
Well, when John Adams was framing the Constitution, Abigail Adams wrote to her husband, "In these new code of laws," she wrote, "remember the ladies, and do not put such unlimited power into the hands of the husbands." Well, Mr. Adams did not honor that advice, and we have suffered from that lack of vision ever since.
In what way?
Well, take the Equal Rights Amendment. What the heck's all this fuss about? Why don't we pass the ERA? In 1972, the ERA did pass both the House and the Senate, but ratification was thwarted when about a dozen states stalled it. All the ERA asked for was equality under the law. But wait a minute. This is America, land of equality, right? Women make up over half the population, and we can't pass a law saying women are equal? Some politicians have made a career out of opposition to the ERA, supporting the glass ceiling, passing laws telling women and men what they can and can't do with their bodies, and supporting gender roles that are as old as the Bible. You see, biologically, there's always been the two sexes. But gender roles, now that's a more recent invention. Only women get pregnant, and only women have mammary glands and nurse are young. But these are sexual characteristics. These are not gender roles. That's a very important distinction, sex and gender. Gender is just an idea. It's nothing more than a whole mess of cultural labels and categories. And maybe, with gender roles being increasingly defined by divisions of labor, maybe what came next was inevitable. Maybe. But make no mistake about it. Religious and political support for the abuse of women is based on texts written by men during times that hardly represent our own today. I never thought too much about this till we opened up the farm to the Woofers. If you want to learn more about the Woofers, well, you're just going to have to watch episode 1 of the Uncle Harold Common Sense show on jobs and immigration. Anywho, when we changed over from corn and soybeans to fruits and vegetables, we hired all kinds of freaks and weirdos to help us out here on the farm. And man, I tell you, it was so beautiful. Seeing all these young people just free to be who they are without waiting for anybody to tell them who they should be. It's not your fashion or how you wear your hair or what your name is that makes you who you are. It's your character. We just wanted help from some kids who wanted to learn about sustainable farming, and it's worked out damn fine. Even the sexes are unclear of this subject of who's who. To make you, all the genetic traits of your parents got all mixed together. Many of us are born somewhere in between the two. Your sexual assignment is made by inspecting your genitals, but many people are born intersexed. Now, intersexed is a term that can refer to somebody born with sexual anatomy that does not fit the classic female-male definitions. Or it can refer to someone born with mosaic genetics. With mosaic chromosomes, a person might have some cells with the typical female XX chromosomes and some cells with male XY chromosomes. And some people never identify with their sexual assignment. Nobody asks to be born female or male or intersexed. And you probably have friends or family that are intersexed, whether you know it or not. And now, I'd like to take this opportunity to show you a copy of the new Common Sense newspaper. This one here has a poster made by Cousin Cherry and Cousin David. Now, you see how the female symbol has the male eyes and the male symbol has the female eyes? That's pretty good right there. Now, I know that this subject is difficult for some people who have knee-jerk reactions to words like transgender or queer. But why? We let the Woofers do whatever job suits them. Their sexual orientation or sexual preferences has got nothing to do with their work. There is no job on this farm that's more suited for a woman than a man, and heck, everyone here knows that Aunt Verna's the one who wears the pants in this family. I don't like labels. Here on the No Harm Farm, it's a cooperative. Everybody does their share, and whatever label you choose, well, that's your business. There's an old Cherokee proverb says, "Do not judge me until you've walked a mile in my shoes." Don't take no Dalai Lama to figure that one out. You see, America, civilization, life, it's an ongoing experiment. Utah Phillips said, "My father, my gym teacher, my drill instructor, they all lied to him about what it means to be a man." He said that feminism is the most important movement in America, because if we can figure out the problem of equality, well, then all the other problems will take care of themselves. Misogyny and sexism are obviously bad for women, but they're bad for men too.
How?
Well, Melanie Angela Nuyi said, "We teach violence when we say boys will be boys. We encourage repression when we say boys don't cry." Lori Penny said, "I hate how brittle and fragile modern masculinity is, how it reacts to anything it perceives as a threat by lashing out or shutting down. When you objectify a woman, you deny her her humanity. And you do serious damage to your own. And I think this is a good time to bring old Aunt Verna up on stage.
Oh, Aunt Verna.
Verna, you want to come sing that song with us?
Right now?
Oh, come on. Yeah, come on up. Yeah, sing.
Okay, let me get my fiddle.
Sing
I
with
need
me
this
now.
one. Let me get my fiddle, you know I love to play for y'all.
Sing it along. Let me put my spoon down.
Okay,
And,
you can help me out here?
yes, I will. You go right ahead. Spoon down.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, there's some mighty strange ideas about how to be a man.
Like trying to be the one that's right any way you can.
Lovers, husbands, bosses, friends keep talking all the time.
But boys, it's time you change your ways.
Here is our advice.
Sometimes you gotta,
Shut up and listen.
boys, you need to
Shut up and listen.
You really oughta
Shut up and listen.
think it's time you,
Shut up and listen.
yeah, you better
Shut up and listen.
go ahead and,
Shut up and listen.
yeah, you gotta.
Shut up and listen for a change. Shut up and listen for a change.
Hey!
Thank you. Thanks very much.
I'd like to say something.
Well, please do.
We all want change in the world, but I believe that the quickest way to make change is to change one's own self. Make changes on your farm, and then go out there and join the march and challenge this world to change. That's all.
All right, friends. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Well, it's the end of another day here at the No Harm Farm. The woofers will be gathered down at the cider barn. So remember, until next time, make sure you visit our website, uncle-harold.com.
Hold the sign. Hold the
Oh,
sign.
yeah. Uncle-harold.com. Don't forget the hyphen. You go there, you can download the latest version of the Uncle Harold Reed newspaper and your own copy of the poster. And listen, friends, no matter what, no matter how dark the clouds in the sky, remember, it's just weather. Uncle Harold's Common Sense, Uncle Harold's Common Sense, Uncle Harold's Common Sense Show.